Hi everyone, my name's Loughlin and today we are going to cook a roast turkey. So I'm actually going to remove the legs from the turkey and debone those. So then we'll be left with a crown and 2 deboned Marylands. So to remove the legs, first of all, quite often the turkeys will be compact and tight like this one is here. So just grab your knife and cut through that skin and then just loosen the turkey up so it's easy to work with. Quite often they have the neck inside, so pop that to the side on a tray. That can be saved for the sauce. And now we need to remove the legs. So once we have the turkey in front of you and it's, you've massaged the turkey so it's quite flexible and open, you can see we have a layer of skin on both sides of the legs. So just use the tip of a knife and cut through. So we haven't cut any meat at this point in time, we've just cut that skin. And you can see, hopefully it comes up, that we have the different muscles, and the meat is basically a muscle. So at any point when you're doing this, if there's any resistance with your knife, you're not in the right spot. So now grab one of the legs and have all of the weight of the turkey hanging off that leg. Make a further slit in that skin, all the way around, and then put the turkey upside down. And there's a bone along here which you need to press down with your thumb and fold it back. So we've now dislocated the joint. So now we can put our knife all the way through there and there'll be no resistance and we have a Maryland, like so. So that is our first Maryland done. Repeat this for the second side. So here I have 2 Marylands looking beautiful, the same size, and they are exactly the same piece of meat, which is great. Now, you can see our turkey is a lot smaller. We have our rib cage section here. So pick it up, put a knife through there. Once again, there was no resistance. Your thumb inside the cavity and push down. Give it a bit of a twist, cut through, and here is basically your back region with some ribs. And this is once again perfect for the sauce. So essentially now we have our turkey crown. Beautiful. What I also do, not essential, but I like to take off the wings. There's not much meat on the wing, and if anything, it just gets in the way. So this is, once again, a fantastic piece of meat for the sauce. So make a slit, like I have there, then dislocate that joint and put your knife straight through. Once again, there's no resistance from the knife, so we know that we are cutting in the exact position that we need to. Excellent. So here I have my turkey crown, one Maryland, and the other. So here are the 3 pieces of meat. The Marylands, we're not quite finished with those yet. We need to actually remove the entire bone. So what I'll do now is I'll grab this crown, place it carefully into the brine. There's a big air bubble, so it's going to be quite full, but this will loosen. And I might need to take some water out of this. We'll just see once it all stabilizes. In fact, I pretty much definitely will. That's okay. That can sit to the side for now. And before I add the legs, I can take some water out, so no dramas. But now I need to debone these legs. So there's the thigh bone running down here and the drumstick bone we need to take out. And then we need to remove the tendons that are within this. Once we do this, we get a beautiful big piece of meat that we can work with, we can stuff, and it comes out really, really well. So to remove the bones from the Maryland is a little bit more tricky, but still, it's very achievable for everyone at home. So run your knife down the bone, and basically you want to make a cut on either side. Then using your fingers, just push the meat away. Sometimes you'll need to flip the meat around so it's easy to work with, and then you can simply cut either side of the bone. So basically now we have the bone as a handle, and you can use the knife to sort of scrape away at the meat and keep this whole bone as clean as possible and reduce the waste. So that bone has been cut away, although we still have the joint here, which is keeping it attached to the meat. So carefully do the same thing with the drumstick. Just be careful that you don't cut yourself, as it can be quite slippery. So we're just doing cuts around the bone, as you can see. It gets a little bit tricky around the joint, but use the tip of your knife, get in there and separate everything. Once again, get the tip underneath, cut through like so. Beautiful. Scrape it down. So at this point we have the bones basically separated, but it's just the knuckle that's quite tricky. So this is where you do need to actually cut a fair bit of the meat, but just be careful that you don't go through the actual skin and you don't cut off too much meat. It will actually progress quite quickly. Now you can grab both bones like I am here, cut around it, go back to the other side. Beautiful. So there we have our bone. Very clean, there's not much wastage there. Once again, use that for your sauce. And at this stage, we are almost complete. So there's a couple of small bits near the knuckle that we need to remove. The most important thing that we do now is we spend the time to remove all of these bone-like tendons. So they're little white pieces that you can see here. They're very slippery. Pick them up, grab your knife, and just scrape away. So you don't want to waste too much meat, obviously, but you can see here, just by doing some scraping, there we go, I've removed one tendon. Now there's probably, I would say 20 tendons in each leg. So take your time, find them. You can see here, that one has come up pretty quickly. So it won't take you too long. I would say 10 minutes per leg. So take the time, get these all out, and then the legs are all completed, ready to be brined.